Alright guys, so today I wanted to show you how to get these Torx bolts out without stripping them, which is actually a lot harder than you'd think. You know, I'm a pretty knowledgeable guy about stuff like this, but this kind of caught me off guard here a little bit. So I have the formula for this to be successful without a problem, and I'm telling you, if you don't do it this way, you could run into some problems. Okay, so what you need is a hammer drill. Okay, not an impact. I tried the impact, it didn't even turn these bolts at all, nothing. Okay, which if you understand how an impact works, it kind of makes sense, but some people said to use an impact, it's not going to work. Okay, you need to have the hammer drill. I tried a ratchet, which you're just guaranteed to strip something out or bust something. You know, I've tried the little Allens, which, you know, if they're not super tight, that's fine. I don't tighten mine quite as much as what they are right now, and then it might work. I don't know, we'll see. But use the hammer drill. Make sure it's a Milwaukee too while you're at it. They're the best there is, I'm telling you guys. I'm sure that's gonna stir something up, but anyways, make sure it's on the hammer drill setting. Get your propane torch, heat it up for a minute. Okay, I've seen some videos that say 30 seconds. No, man, I did it for 30 seconds and it wasn't enough. It just wasn't. A full minute, heat that sucker up, and when you think you're done heating it up some more. Okay, and then get this hammer drill on here. When you get your Torx deal here, make sure you get a brand new bit. Okay, because if these bits are worn out at all, they're just not going to last. Now, I got me this set here, this Milwaukee Shockwave set, and those of you that are pretty familiar with this stuff, Shockwaves are pretty good. It's about $25 for this set, and it had some Torx bits in it. I would recommend every time you guys are switching out hinges to get a new Torx. This has done one door set already, and I'm already kind of nervous, to be honest with you. So I should probably switch it out, but I'm going to see how long these ones go and how long they actually last. The other ones that are really good are the Makita Golds. They're like 10 bucks more, and I think most stores aren't carrying them now, but Home Depot was carrying them for a while. They last a long time too. Ryobi and DeWalt and, you know, any other Harbor Freight, all that shit, don't even waste your time, because you're just going to end up screwing yourself. Okay, the other set of doors I had of these, I tried with just, you know, what I had, and I was in a hurry. Stripped it out. They were already pretty stripped to begin with, and I wasn't paying attention, and I was hurrying, and they got stripped out more. I had to use an easy out and drill bits, all that crap, try to get them out. I couldn't get them out. I ended up having to take a screwdriver and just pound it on the edge after I heated up, and finally I got it about a 1/4 inch out, and I was able to twist it out with a pair of pliers. You do not want to have to do that. It's a pain in the butt. Anyway, so this is the formula that's going to work. You heat it up for a minute. You got your hammer drill with your Torx, preferably a brand new bit. After you've heated it up for a minute, get that sucker seated in real good. Make sure you're left hand or right handed, depending on if you're left or righty. Get your weight on top of this right here while it's straight up and down, and hit that sucker, and it'll come free pretty easily. Now the other thing I want to talk about was, you know, I bought this set of doors, and the whole reason I'm doing this is because they're hitting on the latch. They're not lined up properly. It just seems like all these Jeeps, they're a little different, whether it's because they've been beat up or what have you. The hinges are always a little different. Mine needed to be offset just a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I pulled this one all the way out just to show you guys, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen all these, put the door on through the pins, get it set where it needs to be so it latches in, and then I'm going to tighten them up so that the door hinges are where they're supposed to be with the door closing, and that fixes it. You don't have to mess with the latch or anything. These things have quite a bit of adjustment. These actually screw into a plate inside the door that kind of shifts up and down, so it'll allow you to tighten it wherever you need it to be. Whether it's, you know, in this position like this, or if it's actually straight or it's a little low, there's a little plate that floats around in there that these Torx bolts actually screw into to tighten down into the door panel. So it's actually pretty easy. I was kind of concerned when I first got them, but I wanted to go over this because it was kind of a pain in the rear, and it turned a 10-minute project into, you know, a whole day after work just getting these things set up. So the other thing to do is, you know, make sure you change these out with the new ones. You can order them online. I went to a place in town, Park Rose Hardware, that has a ton of bolts. They didn't have any Torx. So I'm gonna have to go someplace else. Home Depot don't have them. Probably just gonna have to order them all online. Hate doing that, but for now they're gonna work. I'm just not over tightening them. I'm just getting them real nice and snug, and then I'll swap them out later. The stainless steel ones are supposed to be not as strong, so that's something to think about. I don't know the size of them off the top of my head. I think they're M8 by 1.25. Not sure on the length on them, but anyways, that's the formula for success. Do this. New ones are probably a lot easier, but these old ones that have that thread locker on them, they're a pain in the rear.